pain away and make it more manageable. That has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
What a...
Folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada. 1 p.m. Pacific time. It's a great sunny day. My name's Frank Perez, and I am joined with my co-host, Oklahoma Brian. We're on Sports Byline USA, iHeartRadio. You can find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. Also, don't forget the American Forces Network, guys. We don't forget you because you guys always take care of us. But Brian, yesterday, I think Rick said you were playing hooky on Martin Luther King Day. You were at the arcade with the kids, right?
Okay, so here's that's true. I was, but I had my noise canceling headphones. I actually watched you guys. Yeah, this is becoming a annual tradition. I guess a lot of people don't have childcare on that particular day, so I can't believe I fall for this every year, and I'm glad to do it. But it's funny the way it goes down. Typically, like there's always somebody that wants to invite one of my kids or my kids over to their house on the Sunday before MLK Day. And, it's always, there's always an agenda, right? It's always because that person knows they're going to need childcare the next day. And that's like the oldest trick in the book in parenting is you offer up a play date in anticipation, like the day before you're going to need it, so if it's really implemented correctly, you do the full on sleepover, and then around 9-10 o'clock the next morning you call over and you say, hey, the boys had a great time, they're wondering if they can come over to your house, and at that point, what are you going to do? You're like, oh yeah, sure. So
right. I mean, I might use that with my Latin friends on Cinco de Mayo. I might invite some of my Mexican landscapers to spend the night. And when they wake up, I'll throw a party. When they wake up, I go, well, look at those palm trees. Look at the trees. And then maybe I can get some landscaping done. But, folks, this is we got 20 seconds. Brian, we got a great show. When we come back, I wanted to recap our plays yesterday. I think we were 2-2. And we come back, folks. It's Fifth Street Sports. I got Oklahoma Brian with me today. And we've got to take a small time out. Just back in about 3 minutes. Great show. Don't go anywhere.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hey, welcome back, folks. It's Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Oklahoma Brian. We are on Sports Byline, USA, American Forces Network, and iHeartRadio. You know, I got Brian with me today. We got a lot of great stuff, but before that, I wanted to recap a little bit yesterday on the selections we gave out. We hit with Michigan State minus the 8.5-9 over Maryland, and we hit with the one I agreed with Rick on Fordham, and also Fordham on the money line. Then we lose with West Virginia over Baylor, which I know Baylor's one of Brian's little favorites. And then, of course, I was going to tell Flo, I was going to message Florida Rick. We've once again trying to fade this Golden State. I think, Rick, we're probably better off trying to skydive off the Golden Gate Bridge over there in that Golden State area. I'm not going against these guys anymore. It's just too tough. It's like trying to beat Brady and Belichick. But anyways, Brian, how you doing, buddy? What's it like over there in Tulsa?
I don't go out a lot today. So I haven't actually, embarrassingly, I don't even know. I think it's raining, but that's embarrassing. I've been in my basement all day. But your story about Golden State is true. It reminds me of, back in the day, were you a big Simpsons watcher?
Not too much. I'm more of a South Park guy.
There was a storyline in there that involved Krusty the Clown trying to bet against the Harlem Globetrotters, back in the Washington Generals. That's what it feels like betting against the Golden State Warriors these days.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be all done with that. But, buddy, you got to have. I mean, you took a whole day off with the kids yesterday. You've got to have a lot of stuff in storage on this Saints Rams debacle. We talked about that, and the way some places
absolutely.
are even marketing against it. And what do you? What do you got on all that?
Oh man, there's so many storylines on this. We could probably fill 24 hours. Sometimes like when you planned out a show like this, you're looking at each other before the show starts, thinking, "Man, what are we going to talk about today?" This is one of those unique days where it's like, "What are we not going to talk about?" But the thing that people around America seem to be discussing a lot today is obviously, and yesterday, is the ending of that Saints game. And it's silly, but there is some talk and, a lot of discussion going around the internet about the possibility under Rule 17 of the NFL, of the NFL charter about replaying the game because of, I forgot what the language is, but it's some kind of like obvious error. And I think it's absurd, but at the same time, it makes for a good storyline. What are your thoughts on the concept of replaying the game?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the whole thing. Me, myself, I think after doing something like this, how they have challenge flags for calls and, with the red flag, we always know that. I think each team should maybe be given like a dark orange flag, and you can use it one time. You get one pass interference flag for every half. So you can use it on, and you say like that was or wasn't pass interference, and you should have a pass interference flag. But I saw the greatest marketing, though. I saw one of the greatest marketing angles for this one of all. There's an optometrist in Beverly Hills, a real popular, famous guy, and he took out a huge ad and said he is going to give all NFL referees in the conference games free eye exams, LASIK, and glasses. From
Interesting.
Yeah, so
you don't happen to know the guy's name, do you?
No, but you got to be one of the NFL referees, and he'll give you a free eye exam, free optometrist, free LASIK, and free glasses, to those referees. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I mean,
that's brilliant.
Right?
That's funny. That is funny. Well, a couple of thoughts. You mentioned the possibility of having the super secret flag or the dark orange flag that you can throw out. Boy, that raises a lot of questions. The first of which is, where would Bill Belichick store that flag?
Ooh, boy, I tell you what.
He puts the regular flag in his socks. I kind of fear knowing where he would put the super secret flag. Maybe we shouldn't even think about that. But back to the in terms of challenging pass interference, I want to be on record for saying I absolutely hate the NFL's rule on pass interference. I think, there's not many things where I say college has it better than the NFL, but that's one rule. College has it way better than the NFL. The college penalty is a 15-yard penalty maximum. And I really think that's probably where it should be. I hate thinking that a judgment call that could go either way, like a 50-50 call, that there's a 40 or 50-yard penalty that results. I think that's one of the worst things we have going in current sports, is that particular NFL rule. And I feel like you would only magnify that problem with challenging pass interference. It would slow the game down. At some point, I think we just have to acknowledge this is a game played by humans, and it's officiated by humans, and we're not always going to get it right. But I can't stomach the thought of games going any longer. Although I'm incredibly sympathetic to the Saints fans, and I think that their argument of replaying the game is
it's pretty valid.
I don't know, man.
It was so blatant and at such a crucial time. Second quarter, third quarter, man, that was like the difference. Like they should be in the Super Bowl. But getting back to Belichick and everything. Go ahead.
I was just going to say on that particular thing, it has to be really, really, really bad. Like, a dinosaur rips the roof off the stadium and comes in and eats players, or a tornado sucks Drew Brees off the field. It has to be something that's an act of God, not a bad call. I don't think you can replay a game for a bad call unless what if, and this is a gambling show, so I'll throw this out there. What if there was a gambling angle? What if the game was fixed? What if the referee was on the take, and you knew the referee was on the take? Could you replay it for that? Would that be a valid reason?
Yeah, but the thing is, by the time it got exposed, it'd be weeks after the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the investigation would take too long, right?
But when you were talking about Belichick and where would he keep the flags and everything, it reminded me, like, if you were a single guy, like I recommend to all single guys that they should always try to date a girl that's a Patriots fan, because they don't care if you cheat on them. You know what I mean? But it's the truth. But Belichick and Brady, that's why I told you these guys are sharp. They weren't going to give you anything, but they weren't going to give you nothing in this game. Like, you weren't going to get any coaching or situational position mistakes in the game. That's what's tough. I mean, Andy Reid, he didn't make any, but he's really capable of making some. So it's like playing a guy in a chess game, and you say. They say to you before the game, by the way, this guy's not going to make any crucial mistakes. Now start the game. Boy, that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And he's going to catch every break. I mean,
Yeah.
as perfect as they played the game, as great as their game plan was, as well as Tom Brady played, if that pass, if that interception at the end of the game, if the guy's not lined up off sides, that interception counts and the game is over. So how lucky do they have to be? I mean,
Yeah.
what an incredible
It's-
break, and they always seem to get those breaks.
It's just amazing. But you know what I did notice? If this kid doesn't get injured, I love this Mahomes kid. I mean, just
Sure.
his whole arm, the way he can, his no-look passes, the speed of the ball, the guts that he has. I'm telling you, this kid could really be one of the greats.
I totally agree, except for the no-look passes. He needs to give the no-look passes a break. Like, save that for for some kind of YouTube trick video. That's the silliest thing I've seen, and it's impressive, but the risk reward is so squarely against anybody attempting a no-look pass in football. I mean, the field's 53 yards wide. You don't need the benefit of the no-look pass. So, but I totally agree. He's legit. He's going to be around for a long time.
I like that. Well, Brian, we come back. We got a lot of really interesting stuff to talk about. Fifth Street Sports, folks. We got to take a timeout. Back in 3 minutes.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Hi, folks. Fifth Street Sports. on Sports Byline USA. My name's Frank Perez. I'm joined with Oklahoma Brian, my co-host. We're on American Forces Network and iHeart. Hey, Brian, before we get into the thing, I didn't want to forget because I got the alert and the message from my good friends in Costa Rica, and it's confirmed by two people. A very, very sad confirmation. It looks like Sean Creighton, which he used to go by the name Tony at Five Dimes, a very good friend of mine, helped me a lot, was very, very good to me. His body was found today. It was in a farmhouse where he was sequestered, and it's going to be on the Costa Rica news tonight. The whole story, CNN's picking it up, and the body's been found. Now, I don't want to be more because I really love the guy, and he let me work the stage for a year and a half with them up there, and not for a year and a half, but in and out for a year and a half at times. He was a very cool guy. He loved his work, but as morbid as I just want to know, like, if they, did they torture him? Did they just shoot him? And he paid the $950,000 in Bitcoin right away. Right away. I just don't understand why they had to kill him. But Tony, thank you, buddy. I'm going to miss you. To your family, best wishes. But yeah, now it's confirmed.
Sad, very sad.
Yeah, and he did it right, Brian. He did it right. He loved his work, and he did it right, and he was very wealthy. And you just couldn't do it any righter than him. He was 43 years old. All he wanted to do while I was there, because he was on the no-fly list for a while because of certain Amazon things and all that. He didn't care how much he paid. He just wanted to go to a West Virginia football game.
What an incredible mind! Like, has there ever been a greater mind for just being able to make up prop bets on the fly and calculate odds? And it was, beyond all of the money and the professional stuff, he really loved this business and loved just kind of the challenge of trying to outsmart the competition and just I think when they write the kind of the history of sports betting, he's got to go up there as one of the most brilliant minds in the history of the industry.
Yep, and he was self-made. He told me when he got there how he started making his money, just like you. He used to have his laptop in college and sitting there and getting bad lines and find angles. In the mid '90s. And grinded his money. Then he finally made it to Costa Rica, and he bought out his partner. But when you talk about like guts and courage and a mind, he started off by himself at almost by himself at Five Dimes with just his money, his talent, and his courage, and built it up into a gigantic business. I mean, they got a huge business. Versus when you see the ones of like Ron Sacco at Chris and Monty and all these guys at Pinnacle, they had several guys, a lot of money, a lot of talent. This guy went there in his shorts, flip flops, and a T-shirt, and I don't know if he had $60,000 or $80,000, and just put his courage and balls on the line and built it to that. Like you said, taking all. I mean, when you go to Five Dimes and you see their teasers, their prop plays, the way you can parlay teasers with parlays into round robins and tennis and badminton and handball, it's ridiculous. He even booked the lottery. He had to pick three. You know how the pick three, the true odds are 999 to 1, and most of the states rob you, pay you 500-600 to 1. They're holding 40 or 50%. He had every pick three from every state. He said, I'll pay you 900 to 1. Play it with me. Still a 10% edge. He was really brilliant.
That's actually becoming a big industry in Asia, is the idea of private sector booking of lotteries. Yeah.
I mean, just think of the money you can make, Brian. Okay, the odds on a pick four are 999 to 1 because 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So just imagine if you said, well, they're going to draw it officially, the state. I'm going to pay $8,500 or $9,000 instead of $5,000. That's huge. A 10% or 15% hold on that. Huge.
It's great for the consumer, but also for the book. It's still a 10% theoretical hold, which I don't know many people that wouldn't run across the room for that as a bookmaker. So it's a brilliant move on both parts.
Brilliant. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there because I wanted to give Tony as much as, who the hell am I to be? I'm not on no CBS radio, nothing, but for our little team here at Fifth Street Sports, Tony, I'm sorry, our condolences to you and your family. So, Brian, now let's get back to, you had a lot on your mind on some of this advertising from New Jersey. Are they doing this for fake advertising, paying these Saints bets?
Yeah, you always wonder, and I don't knock them for it, but when you see sports books, and this isn't new, books in England have been doing this for years, I'm sure, a lot longer, probably than I even realized. But it's become a really neat trick if you're a bookmaker, is you pay out what would have been losses. And if you do it right and you're able to inject yourself into the news cycle, you get a tremendous amount of free advertising. And you get guys like you and me talking about it on a Tuesday afternoon. So I think it's a pretty slick move, as long as people like us continue to talk about it. But speaking of advertising, when we get to this particular time of year, a lot of us are focused on the actual game itself. But the Super Bowl is big business, well beyond sports fans. And I know that my wife, for example, she's not particularly a big football fan, but she will sit down. She might not watch the whole game. That might be a stretch, but she will watch parts of the Super Bowl for the only reason being that she likes to watch the ads, right? And because of that phenomenon, it's the Super Bowl of advertising. I can't think of a better analogy. And this is a really remarkable year in the evolution of our industry. So the question that I have for you is, considering where we are as an industry, is this the year, do you think this is the year that a sports book will crack through and be able to get an ad on? I think CBS is doing the game this year, to actually get, say, a 30-second ad onto national TV? Or do you think we're still a few years away?
Well, I believe because, the cost of the commercials in the Super Bowl are very prohibitive. I mean, they're extremely expensive. So you need massive distribution of it. Like, for instance, if you had like Brian's Sportsbook in New Jersey, you could never afford the $3 or $4 million. It wouldn't be cost effective. But a William Hill that maybe has 1, 2, or 3 sports books in 15 different states, they could afford it. Hey, but you want to know, Brian? I just got a couple of alerts. I'm here in Vegas, where they think it's the Supreme Court or the home of Super Bowl and betting. I'm going to give you throughout the shows in the next 2 weeks really quick update alerts. This one's just in from Chris. All right, this one's one of our residents, Las Vegas Chris. He says that Chris Andrews from the South Point was the first to go to the Patriots -3. So he swallowed up a ton of Rams +3. Chris Andrews is the first one on the planet to go to 3, and it lasted 17 minutes, back to 2.5.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tackle that, and then I'm gonna go back to the advertising for just.
Yeah. Okay, sorry to get you off of that.
No. That's good, because the 3 is an interesting concept. So 3 is really appealing to a lot of professional gamblers, guys that are, it's kind of we're kind of on a one-track mind, I suppose. A lot of us, we're constantly trying to middle games, and the Super Bowl is an interesting opportunity because the money line, right? The money line is betting the Super Bowl without using a point spread, just picking the straight up winner. We all know that the money line in the Super Bowl is always ridiculously low on the favorite, right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, the game, let's say Chris Andrews is correct and the game ends up eventually getting to 3. What would a money line on 3 normally be in a typical NFL game? Like 155?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that?
Exactly.
Okay. On a Super Bowl where the line is 3, what would you say that money line is? It's got to be 15 cents lower, right?
Well, right now, 5 Dimes Reduced Juice has -128.
That's incredible.
So imagine a 128 into a 3. I mean, wow, that's a nice little spot.
And it's funny because who doesn't want to hit a middle? We all want to hit middles, but that's always, and it won't necessarily be a problem if the game just touches 3. But imagine if the Super Bowl were to somehow cross a 3. And by the way, we're also so early on to the betting that if it went to 3 now, we've probably only seen maybe not even 5% of the total handle for the game. So it would be pretty instant if that were to happen. But imagine a Super Bowl where books actually got middled, where they actually or got cited on it. It could have a really negative impact. So there used to always be a joke that it's the middle you don't want to hit, right?
Yeah.
It's the middle that
but you know what? Speaking of Super Bowls, like remember, I grew up here in Vegas. Remember when the Cowboys played the Pittsburgh Steelers? The big manager, the big manager at the Stardust had a brilliant sign, and he had it on there. Cowboys minus. I mean, Cowboys. I forget who was favored. Whoever was favored was minus 3.5, or you could take the dog plus 4.5. So you could if you like the dog, you take 4.5. You like the favorite 3.5. They said when the guy was kicking the extra point, he was on his knees begging, please, to miss it. Final ended up 35-31. That was the famous middle at the Stardust in the Super Bowl. Steelers Cowboys landed right on the 4. Right on the 4.
That's an awesome story. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is. That's a big, huge Vegas story that the Stardust took. Every ticket cashed. But hey, when we come back, I want to tell you a little bit about sportsbooks and mathematics on this Super Bowl. Folks, small break. Fifth Street Sports back in 3.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
How many of us have looked at our finances and screamed, how can we make this much and still have so much debt? It just creeps up on us, right? Unexpected repairs, replace the washer and dryer, medical bills, and the killer, those insane interest credit cards you had to use to pay for it. Here's a really smart move that could help you get on top of your finances. Get a fixed-rate personal loan at bestegg.com. The rates are great right now. Imagine finally being able to pay down those crazy high credit cards and bills and then bank the money you save each month. Consumers have rated Best Egg 4.8 out of 5 stars on Consumer Affairs because of the super easy online loan app that takes about a minute with no impact to your credit score. Upon approval, funds can be deposited in as little as 1 business day. Get your bills under control, bank what you save, and take control of your finances with a loan from bestegg.com. Visit bestegg.com/plan. bestegg.com/plan. bestegg.com/plan.
Fifth Street Sports, folks. Frank Perez, joined with Oklahoma Brian. Sports Byline USA. We can find us on there and iHeartRadio. Hey, Brian, I was going to share with you, there's a couple little angles that people aren't aware of sometimes in sports betting. Sports booking. Like, for instance, we're down to the Super Bowl. I know that the Rams were as high as 20-1 early in the camp, way before the season. And I think the Patriots were as high as plus 850 at their zenith highs, okay? People don't realize that for sports books, a lot of sports books that have been grading as the teams got knocked out, it's kind of a false win because right now they're down to the last two teams. So after this game, somebody would talk to the sportsbook operator on Monday after the Super Bowl and say, "How'd you do?" Say, "We lost for the Super Bowl." They didn't really lose for the Super Bowl. For the game itself, they won, but one of those two futures that's at 20-1 and 9-1 gets graded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. And that goes back to what we were talking about in the previous segment, trying to get free advertising by injecting yourself into the news cycle. That's another favorite trick of sports books, is the crying the blues on Monday morning, talking about how they got wiped out. And because the public loves to hear that. It gives the public the perception that they can beat the book. The books lose at times, and it's clever. And
it is.
Understand why they do it.
And there's actually tax and marketing angles to that too. Like, that one's absolutely right. They can say now we know that they're down to the two teams, that they're going to grade that they're going to grade Patriots or Rams in the Super Bowl. It's going to be a big hit, but they've collected all the way down the line at the end of the season as the conference has ended. They've been collecting all that money. Then they can whine and say, "We lost." They didn't lose. But some of the books actually. Have you seen a lot of the books that even if you have a loser, let's say you had the Browns to win the Super Bowl, like your bet should have already been graded a loser because it's a loser, but they still keep it pending. They still keep it pending till after the Super Bowl. Now, for marketing and tax reasons let's say you were a sportsbook, Brian Sportsbook, and you're having a really good year. Now you look in your futures thing and you see just a ton of win. People had the Giants, the Broncos, all that stuff that you can just grade it and collect. You say, no, I'm going to wait till after the Super Bowl in February to then grade it all. But then you get a fair reading because you're going to pay out your Patriots and your Rams. But then you collect all that stuff. Like, you don't want to show that win on December 30th when the season ended, because you know what I mean? Or if you do want to show it, like if you do need it, then you can grade them all early. Grade them as soon as they're out. In fact, you can grade them as soon as they're eliminated. You know what I mean? Let's say Arizona Cardinals. Sure. You could agree. But one last point, I got another thing, and I know this one's for sure. There was another famous Super Bowl middle here when the Bills were playing the Redskins. The Coast Properties had it all over their signs. Bills minus 6.5. Redskins plus 7.5. Minus 0.5. Both sides. So if you could
40-1.
Yeah. So Bob Stupak, the owner of Vegas World, it was real famous out here in Vegas, went in with two valises. He had two valises in each hand, and like this. He went in and said, I want $1 million on the Bills, $1 million on the Redskins. Everybody thought he was crazy. I thought that was he's laying $50,000 to win $2 million on a 7. I thought that was brilliant. Wow. They thought he was stupid. But I thought that was ridiculous. That game landed 13. It could have landed 7,
yeah, absolutely.
But why would you do that?
Think,
why?
What do you think the true odds on the landing 7? I mean, the true odds are probably something like, what do you think, 15-1? Maybe even lower than that, huh?
Yeah, well, that all depends. Like, let's say the Bills were a 20-point favorite, then no, then it might be 26-1 like that. But the spread being 7 and landing on 7, gosh, you got to think if they played that game 15 times, it would land at least once on that 7.
For sure, yeah. I bet you're right. I bet it's better than 15-1.
Yeah.
So you're a Vegas guy and lived there your whole life. I'm curious, on a typical Super Bowl Sunday, do you watch the game at home or do you go to one of the parties around town and watch it? Watch it with the big screen TV and the all-you-can-eat buffalo wings and whatever else they have.
Last year was one of the first times that I actually, my wife and I stayed home and watched it. But usually I'll go to a party. Like this year, I'm invited with Las Vegas Chris to a VIP party at the Palms, which is that's usually fun and really nice. But the one thing I do, and I want to do it on this show because my little dog is 3-0 in the Super Bowl. I put the two teams in a hat, and I have him go over there and pick a hat, whatever he comes back with. He's 3-0, and my wife always bets whatever Jax picks. So, but it's a lot funner at parties. It's a lot. I'll be sitting there with Chris. We'll have squares and drawings, and the people yelling and screaming. It's kind of fun.
Is it possible that Jack can get into the Palms VIP party, maybe for interactive betting?
No, that's Jax, Jax. Because I was watching
Jax.
Sons of
Jax,
Anarchy
Jax.
when I named them. No,
Right.
but this is funny
All right.
though. I have carried him on me twice when I had to make big bets at the Rio, and actually after on the second one, they go, "Oh, that's a cute dog." I said, "Who does he like?" That was when when the Patriots beat Atlanta, and I told the sportsman, I said, "Well, I'm going with Jax. He picked the Patriots." The next year when I carried him in on the thing, I swear to you, the sportsbook manager and the writers came up to me and said, because I said to him at that time, Jax is 2-0 because he had picked Denver over Seattle. They said, "Who does he like? Who does Jax like?" I go, "You guys, Philadelphia." He picked Philadelphia. I'm sorry. So if he wins this one and he's 4-0, he's actually going to be getting a pretty good reputation as a handicapper.
I would take him to the party. They might have pepperonis or fancy feast, for him there.
But he's good. He's 3-0.
A lot easier to bring a dog than if you had the that octopus that picks all the winners. That would be really hard to bring to a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, but now you've been known or pretty famous for coming in on Super Bowl weekend and betting all your props. You and Rick, you go around town betting. Like, do you prefer the staying in your hotel room and watching it or the party?
The party, for sure. The parties are nice. If it's a good party, if it's like a A-level party, they're really, really good, and chance to meet some pretty neat people, and they're great. I've been actually, so I guess I think my streak is probably close to, I don't know, probably over 10 years now of coming out and going to various parties, but I still don't know. Every year about this time, I say, I don't know if I'm going out again this year. We'll see.
See now I can get a good read from you because you're from Oklahoma, Rick's from Florida, so I get a very good. When I used to be in Vegas, the tourists are coming in. So you guys would what I be labeled like tourists, but not like you guys are super sharp.
I embrace that.
But
right.
You're tourists. Okay, as a tourist, when you come to Vegas to a Super Bowl party, what's your tiebreaker in case of a tiebreaker? Is it the size and the quality of the screens or the food? Like if you were invited to several parties, what would be the tiebreaker? The food or the size or the quality of the screens?
That's a great question, and we have this debate like all the way leading up to it because the reality is most properties now will have like multiple parties, and you don't necessarily because the tickets are given for the most part to VIPs, of which I'm not one. So. I'm getting the tickets secondhand, and you never know. Am I getting invited to to the varsity party or to the JV party? Right?
Yeah, the
There's
B
a big
list.
difference.
Yeah, the B party or the A party, right?
Hey guys, I'm going to interrupt you for a sec. We got a message in from Jimbo Mullins. He was asking a question. I love Clemson +6 tonight at FSU. Do you guys have any opinions on this game or other games tonight?
Brian, you can answer the one. Yeah, Jimbo, after Brian answers that, we do have other games. But go ahead and take that one, Brian, because I got no clue on Clemson.
I do not have an opinion on the game. Sorry, Jimbo. This is interesting. So, Clemson's... No, I don't know.
But we do have... Brian, now correct me if I'm wrong. We got our breaking news on our forum from Florida Rick. See if this matches yours. I mean, Florida Rick sent me, okay, guys, this is our Fifth Street plays. Go ahead, Brian. Why don't you read them off what Florida Rick sent?
So it looks like he has 1, 2, 3. Oh, I actually like one of these plays a lot. All right, he's got 4 plays. It looks like he's got in the NBA, he's got 531 Portland. I actually like that one a lot.
+7.
Portland, wow, getting 7 at Oklahoma City. Portland's best three-point shooting team in the league. Oklahoma City really struggles to defend the three. That actually makes a lot of sense. He's got 608 Butler -1.5. boy, a play I really like a lot. He's actually fading my favorite team. He's got 620 Kansas State, only laying 1.5 in a revenge game at home against Texas Tech. Something is seriously wrong with this Texas Tech team. Boy, it almost sounds too easy, -1.5. But I like the play. And he's got 636, the Northwestern Wildcats. Actually, he's got both Wildcats, Kansas State and Northwestern. So Northwestern -1. And I don't have an opinion on the Northwestern game, but I would say I agree with him for sure. Those are two games I have actually already played, Kansas State and Portland. So we'll call those a match.
Yeah, so there you go, Jimbo. We got nothing for you on Clemson, buddy, but we like NBA from Florida Rick, which matches Brian. That makes it extra strong. Portland +7. Butler -1.5. That's 608. That you don't have no opinion on that, but you do match Kansas State, right?
Yeah, I love Kansas State.
Yeah, so 620 Kansas State. Why?
I
mean, when you and Rick match, it's off the charts, buddy. You know,
we'll see what happens tonight.
It is,
but I think that's a strong play for sure.
And then 636 Northwestern -1. So we got 4 plays, guys. 2 of them are double matches with Rick and Brian. I got nothing yesterday. I did like Fordham, but hey, you guys do got to say that on these games that I have been very rarely opposed to you guys, like this Patriots over the Chiefs. I think I opposed you. You like the Rams, right? You and me both like the Rams because I went 2-0.
Yeah.
I got to tell you right now, if I had to ship it in, if the Super Bowl was starting right after the show, I believe, Brian, at this point, I'm not confirming this official, I would have to go with the square side of the Patriots minus the 2.5. At this point.
I agree. I would only be on the Patriots. I actually don't even think, is it allowed? Are the Rams even allowed to win? I don't think. Feels like it's almost pre-written that. But there's so many great storylines. It's hard to imagine a 33-year-old coach taking down Belichick. Brady losing against a 24-year-old. I mean, this game has so many contrasts in age. Of old versus young.
But Brian, I was actually thinking about you because what's one of your favorite shows that we've seen on TV where they're on the airplane and they land 5 years later? I forgot the name of that. What was that?
Manifest.
Oh, Manifest. Okay. Now, imagine this, okay? It's 2002, and you're the sportsbook operator for Aces Gold. And you just put up that phony line. The Rams were playing the Patriots. You know in your heart, like you absolutely need the Rams to cover, for that, because you took in millions and millions giving the Patriots +15 even money. So you get on the plane. And the plane goes into manifest mode, and it lands 16 years later, and you get to the airport, and the Rams are playing the Patriots. And then you see, like, the Rams hammer the Patriots by 20, and you think that you saved your sports book. And they said, oh, no, that was 16 years ago. It's wrong,
That's
right?
Good.
Just imagine that.
That's right.
Just imagine that. But when we come back, Brian, I want to take your take on this, little bit on the Super Bowl, folks. Fifth Street Sports, just back after the small timeout.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com, that's MYEVOZ.com, to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. 1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Hey guys, Fifth Street Sports, we're back. Listen, right? I got to say this right off the bat. We just got our apologies from Florida Rick. He typed in Portland +7. It's Portland +5. So he had a typo. He said, sorry about that, fellas. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you can get Portland +7 and you bet it at FanDuel or DraftKings or something, you probably still get paid. What do you think about these guys, Brian, with all these mistakes and then paying the bets? Is this publicity or what?
100% what it is. But those are the guys that could pull off the Super Bowl ad. And we'll talk about that in the next couple weeks. If the NFL doesn't want to take advertising on sports betting in the Super Bowl, what about these guys that are kind of like they're kind of like with 1 foot into the sports betting market, 1 foot in the fantasy market? What a brilliant move. If I was in charge of advertising for those guys, I would try to get a Super Bowl ad because they could potentially, really have a strategic edge over the sports books that can't air ads on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they got the money to do it. Now it's just a cost effective of I think Chris mentioned it was $5 million for an ad. Do you believe that you would have to have at least multiple sports books to be able to overcome $5 million worth of advertising for one ad?
Yeah, for sure. You would. But, we see irrelevant products or seemingly irrelevant products ponying up the money every year to advertise in the Super Bowl. And we always ask ourselves the same question. Is your business really that big to justify the ad buy for the Super Bowl? And I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting question, though.
Yeah, but, if you really look at it like this, let's say, for instance, it's towards the end of the year now, you buy your ad early. It's December 29th, and your business made $100 million for the year. If you spend $10 million on 2 ads, well, you were going to pay 40% in taxes. That $10 million really only cost you $6. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Folks, hey, Brian, great show, buddy. Thank you. And Fifth Street Sports, folks, we appreciate you and we thank you. You got our 4 picks from Florida Rick. There was a correction, Portland +5. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. Fifth Street Sports. Appreciate you watching and thank you.